Hello and welcome to my collective haul. So for those of you who are familiar with the makeup side of my channel, you will know about the mini haul videos I do from time to time, kind of these quick 5-minute videos that are smaller hauls than maybe what you're used to seeing on YouTube that usually only contain about 1 or 2 things that I've picked up. Well, ever since I started my job, I've been having a harder time finding time to film, and so I've picked things up here and there over the past 2 months that I just haven't had a chance to film with yet, so I figure I would do a collective haul of all the things I've picked up over the last, like I said, 2 months. And unlike most of my hauls, because it has been a while since I've picked some of these things up, I have tried a fair amount of what is in these hauls. So these are not like my usual hauls, these are not first impressions for a decent amount of this stuff. I've kept all of the boxes and I've re-put kind of everything into their boxes for presentational purposes, but just to let you know, I've already started using a fair amount of these things. And so for some of these items, I can actually give an opinion beyond kind of just a first impression. So let's get started with something that Influencer sent me. This is the Urban Decay All-Nighter Ultra Glow Face Primer. I am currently going through the Dr. Jart Camo drops and using that as a primer, and I don't like to have more than one primer open at one time, but I did try this so I could review it for Influencer. I wore it in a video. I want to say I wore it for my Demon Slayer review. If I'm wrong, I will link whatever video I did wear it in the cards. And while I only have tried this product once, I will say for the one time I tried it, I really did like it. I am very oily, so when something's called Ultra Glow, I get a little nervous that it's gonna make me just look super duper sweaty. I do like a glowy, luminous look, but I do have to keep that balanced with my naturally oily skin. And yeah, it's not one of those primers that has like shimmer or glitter in it. It's not that kind of luminosity. It's kind of like a shiny silicone primer. Like I said, no shimmer. And it just mixed with my foundation very well to give kind of a glowy shine. Okay, so next thing, I shopped a little bit at Sephora. This is actually the first time on my YouTube channel that I have like the physical bag with me for a Sephora haul. I now work at a Sephora. I'll talk about that a little later in the video. But now instead of ordering online and waiting however long for the package to get me, I can just stop into work and before I clock in, just grab some stuff from Sephora. But I'll be real, my Sephora haul is a little boring. It's mostly kind of refills or necessities. So the main reason I shopped at Sephora this time was to get more sunscreen. Are we really surprised here? That's why most of my hauls happen, is because I need a refill on sunscreen. I got the Supergoop Play sunscreen, and this is a thing I had to put back in the box because I've already started using it. And I really like this. It's more of that typical sunscreen texture compared to say like the Unseen sunscreen, which I've also used. But even though it's more of a typical sunscreen, it's kind of that like white milky sunscreen. It does not leave a white cast. I am wearing it today all over my face, neck, and arms. And so I would definitely recommend this because you do not have to worry about it leaving a white cast or it being oily. Here, I'll reapply some on my hands right now, and it's already gone. So the next thing I picked up is a brown eyeliner. If you have watched some of my makeup videos before, you are familiar with my debacle with the Colourpop cream gel liner in Juniper. While I love the color of that liner, it ended up in my empties bag way before its time because it kept breaking on me several times on camera, in fact. So this time I decided to go for a liquid brown liner. This is the KVD Vegan Beauty Tattoo Liner in Mad Max Brown. This packaging still has the old Kat Von D logo on it, but it is now KVD Vegan Beauty. This is something I also had to put back in the packaging because I have already worn it. I'm not sure if I've worn this in a video yet though. It's a little bit darker compared to Juniper. It's almost black. See how when I zoom out on the swatch, you could easily mistake that for black. It's only until I get up really close you realize it's a dark brown. I honestly would have worn brown liner with this look today if it weren't the fact that I might be trying on some other eyeshadow a little later in the video. But yes, I have worn this a few times already. If not in a video, then definitely to work. And I really like it. I will say though, I still do struggle a little bit with liquid liners because this is only about the second or third liquid liner I've ever owned. The other liquid liner that I got is actually coming up later, but the first liquid liner I ever owned was the dual eyeliner from the Pixi and Weylie collab a few years ago. That dual eyeliner was really great for me because one side was a kohl liner, which is the type of eyeliner I'm used to using, and then the other side was the felt tip liquid liner, which is something I'm not as familiar with. So personally, I would have preferred if this was a little bit of a lighter brown, more similar to the Colourpop cream liner in Juniper, just because I feel like a lighter brown would be a little more forgiving compared to this brown, which is almost a black. But formula-wise, I really like this. I know there's been speculation that the KVD vegan liner has been reformulated at some point. I wouldn't know. This is my first time trying the tattoo liner, so I don't really have anything to compare it with. So that's really all I can say on that end. So the last thing I bought for my Sephora haul was the Fenty Beauty Slip Shine Sheer Shiny Lipstick. I actually have not tried this yet, so I figure I'd try it for the first time here on camera for you. I've prepped with some Truly Beauty lip balm. Here it is. Ta-da! This is the shade Goji Gang. Oh my god, it's basically just like almost the color of my lips. Wow, this is like a My Lips But Better shade. I'm actually really liking this. It's also pairing really well with my eyeshadow today. Let me just swatch it for you guys so I can prove that it actually does have pigment to it, because on the lower lips it is almost like I didn't really apply anything. Ta-da! So yeah, the pigment on this, even when swatched out, is more on the subtle side, especially because my lips are just naturally more pigmented. I know certain lipsticks almost kind of don't show up on me, or show up very lightly on my lips, just because of the natural pigment that I already have on my lips. The lipstick has a slight vanilla scent. It's not quite as strong as some other lipsticks I've tried in the past. Like, I always think of the Huda Beauty liquid lips that almost smell like vanilla cupcake liqueur. So the vanilla cupcake scent is definitely there, but it's more subtle. I have a few other lipsticks in this haul that I'm going to be trying on camera, so I'm not going to be doing like a complete wear test of this today, but if you would like my full thoughts on this lipstick, do let me know. And so the last thing I got in my Sephora haul was a point perk. This is the Sulwhasoo Advanced First Care Activating Serum. So my job at Sephora, I work what's called cash wrap most days, otherwise just known as like the register. And so I see which point perks everybody's picking up, and this was one that like everybody was picking up. I actually think my store is out of them now. And so I was like, you know what? Everybody's been curious about this serum, and so I decided to pick one up with my points. However, I am still going through my full size of the COSRX Advanced Snail Mucin serum, so I'm not gonna open this quite yet until I finish that guy, but when I do, I will let you know what I think of it. So my next mini haul comes from YesStyle. So from YesStyle, I bought some cushion puffs. I am a cushion puff kind of person when it comes to foundation application. I have tried using like the beauty blenders and even like the Real Techniques dupe in the past, but especially when applying things like BB creams or foundations with lighter coverage, I have always preferred cushion puffs. I am using a Real Techniques sponge right now because I'm currently going through a mini of the Pure Love Your Selfie foundation, which is a bit more higher coverage than what I'm used to. So I do use sponges for more full coverage foundation, but as soon as I go back to BB creams, I'm using these, which is why I bought some refills. So the next thing I bought was the CLIO Kill Lash Superproof Mascara. I am currently finishing up a full size of the Benefit Badgal Bang Mascara. It's my favorite mascara of all time, although I can tell I'm getting up to the last month of its usage because it is starting to transfer occasionally when I'm wearing it for long periods of time. And originally I thought once that mascara was past its use by date, I would replace it with the CLIO mascara, but I actually did get another mascara that I will talk about later on that I'm going to try using up first. So I have not opened this, and I will be keeping it as a backup for when I finish both the Badgal Bang and the other mascara. And so this last thing I got from YesStyle is kind of the main event in terms of what I bought from YesStyle. This is the Romand Better Than palette in 00 Light and Glitter Garden. This is definitely an Instagram made me buy it. There are just these gorgeous product photos of this palette on Instagram, and it just convinced me into getting the palette. Honestly, the cushion puff replacements was kind of like my excuse to place an order on YesStyle, but the real reason I placed this YesStyle order was to get this palette. And as soon as I get it out of the packaging, here it is. Oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. Now this is definitely user error on my part. I did not realize that this palette is basically a full-on glitter palette. Like, the name of the palette is literally Light and Glitter Garden. I should have realized it was gonna be mostly glitter, but there are a few non-glitter shimmer shades in this palette to basically use as a base for the glitters. So I am going to just start swatching all of these, starting with this first like white glitter right here. Ooh, this is chunky. I felt that like physically in my bones. There we go. It's not sticking to my arm very well. Actually, you can see it. The texture of this glitter is very rough. Like, you can feel the particles by like pressing my fingers together with it, but it actually stuck to my skin surprisingly well. I'm not seeing much fallout. Technically speaking, it is not safe to put glitter directly in your eye area. However, sometimes I am brave enough to do it. It's a big trend in Asia as well, and so I think I'm not gonna mind this palette. So with that said, let's go into the next shade, this pink glitter right here. Oh, this is a lot softer than the white glitter, the texture. There we go. So this is one of the shades I didn't realize was a glitter when looking at the pictures online, and it almost isn't. It's almost like a metallic, but it has glitter particles in it. Next, I'm gonna go into this middle pink shade, and this is a rougher glitter. This is like one of the really chunky glitters that has like really big particles in it. Ta-da! This guy intimidates me a little because look how big the glitter particles are. Next, let's go into this red salmon shade. Ooh, it's another kind of rough textured glitter. Ooh. It swatches a lot lighter than what shows up in the pan, but especially for Asian formulas, that really doesn't surprise me. Asian makeup generally tends towards kind of softer, more muted colors, even compared to American makeup in terms of their own pastels and kind of muted, softer colors. Asian makeup tends to go even more lighter and softer, more muted. So let's go into this last purple right here at the end. Ooh, this is another chunky textured glitter. Ooh, that almost doesn't show up. When I think of glitter, I think of, yeah, kind of more the American kind of like bright, big, chunky glitter. And we are getting some of that chunky glitter here, but these are softer and a lot more playful. So now let's start in the second row. I think we have our first non-glitter shade that's kind of more of a shimmer. Oh, is this a glitter? I can't tell. This is almost kind of like the Colourpop Mulan formula, where the formula is like chunky enough to be a glitter, but when I actually swatch it, I think this is just a regular shimmer. I also am starting to get glitter all over my hands, so it's getting harder and harder to judge like which glitter particles are coming from what shade, just because there is now just glitter everywhere. So now let's go into this second shade in the bottom row. This is another chunky glitter with giant particles, I can already tell. Ta-da! Ooh. Out of all the glitters so far, this is the chunkiest. This is literally just shards of plastic. And while I love the color, the size of the particles is starting to intimidate me. So let's go into this middle shade. This shade is definitely not a glitter. Yeah, I think it's just these two shades right here are just regular shimmers, but the formula is pretty hard pressed into the pan. With Western shimmers, I'm used to kind of the more soft, buttery formulas that I think we've come to associate with shimmers and metallics, but these shimmers are a lot more hard pressed. And so if you can see it here, it's very, at least on my skin tone, it's very natural looking. This shimmer right here is actually pretty similar to the shimmer I'm wearing today on my eyes from Makeup Forever. So let's go into the second to last shade, this kind of orangey autumn brown. Ooh, chunky, chunky. I'm not gonna lie, maybe it's because I swatched with my pinky, but most of the glitter just stayed on my finger as opposed to going out on the swatch. I mean, you can still see it, on my arm, but most of the glitter is still here on my finger. Let me see if I can get some more on there. There we go. Not much more. Yeah, most of it's still sticking to my finger. I have to ask, for those of you who do use glitter, is it better to apply with your finger, or is it better to go in with like some kind of brush? I personally have always found it difficult to apply glitter with any kind of brush. I feel like glitter doesn't really pick up well on brushes, even if you like spray them down or use some kind of glitter glue first. So I've always used my fingers. Alrighty, I'm gonna go into this last shade right here. Ta-da! These last two warmer colors really just want to stick on my fingers and not go on my arm. I really haven't had the same problem with any of the other shades, just those last two. Alrighty, so I cleaned up my arms as best as I can. There's still glitter everywhere, but luckily it's slight enough that the camera is not picking up just random shards of glitter everywhere. Actually, there's one right in my hair that the camera's picking up, but oh well. But I've applied kind of a more natural eye makeup look today so that I could try one of these glitters on camera. I actually think I am going to go in with the glitter shade that really scared me. This guy right here, because I feel like the colors match the eye look I'm wearing the most. So let's conquer my fear of glitter in my eye. Ooh. Okay, that's gorgeous. That's beautiful. Oh my god. Let me take a look. Ooh. I love that. It just gives you like a little pop. Oop. Didn't go on quite as well on my other eye. I feel like that's the case for a lot of eyeshadows though. Just because my eyes are two different shapes, and also therefore kind of like the results I see on one eye can be different compared to the other eye. Oh, that's so pretty. I really love this. I actually think I'm gonna take this up one more notch and apply just a little bit of this white glitter into my inner corner. Ooh, now it's a party. I did not apply a glitter glue before I put these on, and it's sticking pretty well. I probably should have applied a glitter glue first, but I just forgot. But yes, I absolutely adore this look. I honestly don't blame you if you are not personally comfortable with applying glitter around your eye area. I myself tend to flip-flop on how comfortable I am with applying glitter depending on the day. So if this thing really isn't your jam, that's completely understandable. So for my final purchase over this last 2 months, I made an order with Becca Cosmetics. If you do not know, Becca Cosmetics is actually going out of business this September, and they just released their final highlighter just in time for Pride Month. This is High Angel. I'm not sure if High Angel is a Rent reference or not, but either way, I liked the name, I really liked the shade, and so I decided to get it. This is kind of the main thing I purchased for my order, but I also got a couple of free trial sizes with my order. Becca was actually very generous and gave me 3 kind of full trial sizes. So I got a blush, the under eye corrector, which I'm actually wearing today, and a lip gloss. So before I get to the main event of the highlighter, I figure I go through the kind of the trial stuff first. So like I said, I'm wearing the under eye corrector today. This is my first time wearing it. I'm not quite sure how much of a difference you can see in terms of like color correction, but I do notice that it's making my concealer crease a little bit more than it usually does right around this area, kind of around the edges of where I applied it. But that could also be my concealer. The concealer I'm currently using is from Secret Nature, and it's a little bit temperamental. It's very watery, it doesn't mix well with a lot of things. I can't use it as an eye primer, for example, because it just turns my eyeshadow into a patchy mess. So I'm not quite sure how much of the fault that is with the under eye corrector compared to just with my concealer. And so the next thing is the blush. This is in Camilla? I have not tried this blush yet, so I figure I would try it on camera for you. I am currently not wearing any blush, bronzer, or highlighter because I have all 3 of those things that I'm planning on trying today. So let's go in with this blush. person, this looks more like a tulipy pink blush in the pan, but on camera it looks a little bit more of a salmon color. But on my face, it's coming out a lot more subtle than I thought it would be, and I really like it. Like, I went back into this blush a few different times on each cheek, but it looks almost like a kind of a rosy pink on my face. So yes, on first impression, I quite enjoy the blush. Now, let's talk about the lip gloss. This is also something I haven't tried yet, and I figure I'd try on camera for you guys. So let's do it first on top of the Fenty lipstick, just to see what it looks like on top of something. I'm not sure quite how this is going to turn out because it's kind of like shiny on top of shiny, but let's try it. So I think that this lip gloss is so similar in color to the Goji Gang lipstick that it really doesn't look like I applied anything new in terms of pigment, but I can definitely see how it's added to the shininess of my lips. It's got a very slight menthol smell to it, and I am starting to feel a little bit of a tingle on my lips. If you know my experience with like tingly lip glosses, like for example like Buxom or the Too Faced lip glosses, the plumping ones, I can't handle at all. Like last time I filmed, I think with the Too Faced lip gloss, I like started swearing on camera because of how much it hurt my lips. But the tingle here is not hurting me right now when I have other stuff on top of it, because that's how I wear the Too Faced and the Buxom lip gloss. I have to have something on top to kind of shield my lips from the kind of plumping tingliness. But I am now going to remove everything on my lips and try reapplying the lip gloss just by itself. So hopefully I don't get hurt. So I will be right back. Okay, everything is off my lips. My lips are going to be raw by the end of this because after this lip gloss, there are actually 2 more lip products that I'm going to be trying in this haul. So pray for my lips. So let's go. Okay, so I think similar to the Goji Gang lipstick, this lip gloss is just really similar to my natural lip color. This is in the shade Rose Gold. There is some shimmery flecks inside the gloss, but I'm not sure how well they show up on camera at least. I know, like for example, my favorite lip gloss of all time is the Patrick Ta lip gloss, and on camera the shininess of the gloss doesn't really translate super well, but in person the sparkles are really obvious. So the gloss could look really natural and shiny on camera, but in person you might be able to kind of see all the sparkle. And so depending on what your preference is, you might prefer a more sparkly lip gloss, you might prefer a more natural lip gloss. I think this kind of falls somewhere right in the middle. And also, while I can smell the menthol and I can feel a very slight tingle on my lips, even though I'm just wearing the gloss by itself, it's not like hurting me, the tingliness, which is good for me because I will probably be wearing this gloss for a little bit longer until I get to my next lip product. Also, another thing, just to note with the packaging, I think the stopper fell out of this gloss because it's not in the immediate part. It's like down in the gloss. I'm not sure if you can see it because the gloss is probably covering it, but the stopper is just in the tube. This is a free trial size. I wasn't expecting like glorious packaging when it came to that, and honestly not having a stopper in the lip gloss is not that big of a problem. Honestly, the product is so thick. I honestly didn't mind getting more of the product due to the stopper kind of being stuck in the tube, because the thickness of the application meant I had to keep going back in for more in order for the product to fully cover my lips. So with all that said, let's get to the main event, the High Angel highlighter. This is actually my first full-size Becca highlighter, and honestly probably my last, since Becca is not going to be around for much longer. I do have a mini size of Champagne Pop, and I absolutely love that highlighter. I have a fairly decent dip in it. I might not hit pan on it anytime soon, which is nice since Becca's going out of business, but I do use it fairly often. So here we go. Oh, the thing fell out. Ooh-hoo-hoo. With this order, I also bought vanilla quartz for my sister. My sister tends to prefer a lot more subtle, kind of everyday makeup compared to what even I wear. by YouTube standards, I think I have a more subtle everyday makeup look, but I think compared, especially to where I live in California, not a lot of people wear makeup, period. So my look compared to kind of like people I see every day is pretty full glam. But compared to what YouTube declares as full glam, I actually am more on the subtle side. So let's try this out. I should probably swatch this before I put it on. I probably should also swatch the blush. Ooh, I'm so excited. Let me quickly swatch the blush for you. There we go. Ooh, these are both very soft formulas. Ah. When it's swatched, the blush has a slight shift. That's very interesting. But yes, now that I've swatched everything, let's go in with a brush. I'm gonna do my highlighter routine that I've been doing. I'm not gonna go fully on my cheek. I'm just gonna do this area right here. I can't quite see it on camera, but when I look in the mirror, it's very obvious. Oh yeah, you can see it more on this side. There we go. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's beaming. That is bright. Let me do my nose. There we go. Ooh, pretty. Like I said, I've been going softer with my highlight nowadays, so hopefully this highlighter, being the size that it is like almost the size of my face, it will last me a very long time. Alrighty, so I really like the makeup look that's come together in this haul. I feel like sometimes my makeup looks in hauls can get kind of random, but I feel like today is very cohesive. I've got like this like glowy blush and then beaming with like the highlighter and my glitter and my lip gloss. So yeah, it's all coming together very nicely. Now, I mentioned earlier in the video that I now work for Sephora, and if you do not know, Sephora employees get what is known as gratis or training product. The current term used within the company is training product, but I think kind of the wider population still knows the stuff we get as Sephora employees as gratis. I've gone back and forth about whether I should show my gratis on camera, but I feel like my haul videos are meant to be a documentation of kind of all of the makeup and skincare stuff I'm bringing into my life, and so gratis is included in that, but I figured I would wait till the end of the video to show everybody my gratis because I'm honestly not sure how much people care about what I get in gratis. I feel like people place a different weight on things that you choose to buy as opposed to things like gratis in PR that are sent to you for free. I say that, but then I showed my influencer PR from Urban Decay first. I also kind of wanted to go in chronological order, but then I figured like I also want to go in the order that people care about the most. So, you know, like Sephora, YesStyle, and now gratis. So this is 2 months worth of gratis. I didn't save the first bag that I got, but I do have the second bag. And it's so cute. My manager put my name on it, put the little heart on the eye. That's just such a nice touch. I'm currently a seasonal temp employee at Sephora, so I actually don't get the regular training product that's given to us from corporate or what we call FSC. But the managers have actually been nice enough to collect together some of their extra gratis and give it to us temp part-timers. So while this is still considered Sephora training product / gratis, this is not like what most employees, at least the full-time employees, typically get. So the first thing I got was the Living Proof Restore Repair Mask. I actually got 2 of them, one in my first gratis bag and then again in my second gratis bag. I actually really haven't tried that much from Living Proof. I think the only thing I've tried was the dry shampoo, and I had mixed feelings on that. I have not tried a lot of hair products from Sephora in general. My family has used the Trader Joe's green tea shampoo and conditioner combo for so many years, and we've just never tried anything else. So I'm really glad I get hair products in gratis because definitely the place where I have the most to learn. So you know how I mentioned how I wasn't opening the CLIO Superproof mascara because I had another mascara I was going to try to get to first? Well, Here it is. It's the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. So yeah, I bought the CLIO mascara not realizing I would get another mascara in gratis. I actually don't even think I'd gotten the Sephora job when I placed my YesStyle order. That's just the nature of YesStyle orders. They take like a month to get to you. And so like life happens in the meantime. And so since clients are always asking me for recommendations, I figure I would try the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara first because it's not something I've tried. It's technically for my job, so I can give personal feedback to clients about different products. Okay, so the next thing is the Lawless Seal the Deal Loose Setting Powder. I actually have not tried this or anything from their brand. I actually have never tried loose powder, period. I got the Ciate London loose powder in an Ipsy bag like a long time ago, but I still haven't gotten around to it because I'm finishing the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finishing Powder, and then also from work I got a sample of the Tatcha powder, which I am actually wearing today. Like liquid liners, loose powder has always intimidated me. I am very oily, so you would think that loose powder would be ideal for me, but I don't like heavy powder, particularly heavy under eye setting powder. I have only really liked heavy powders for theater or stage work. When I'm just in my everyday element, or even when I'm filming, I prefer a lighter powder. And especially for me living at home where no mess is tolerated ever, loose powders are just not the ideal product for me. Don't get me wrong, I will still try this. If you actually like a try-on video of this, do let me know. But like I said, I like to open something up and then use it up before I open something new. So that will just have to wait for a little bit until I finish up my current powders. Okay, so next up I got a few things from Sephora collection. This is the Sephora collection Illuminating Hydrator Radiance and Smoothing Primer? I can't remember if this is a primer, a moisturizer, or like one of those luminizers like those from Auric, or like the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I don't know, but I think I'm probably gonna end up using this as a primer just because for regular day-to-day moisturizers, I don't kind of like that illuminating extra layer on top. Especially because as somebody with oily skin, I really only moisturize at night. I don't want to put this on at night and then wake up with like shimmery, oily moisturizer all over my pillow. But I'm intrigued. I really haven't tried any of Sephora Collection's skincare. I actually did get a sheet mask from Sephora Collection also in gratis, but I don't have it to show here because I already used it. It was the coconut sheet mask. It was very hydrating, but also pretty strongly scented. So if you're sensitive to that kind of thing, I would recommend the Sephora Collection sheet masks. But overall, I enjoyed it. So the other thing I got from Sephora Collection was their brush tip liquid liner. So you know how I said I don't really buy a lot of liquid liners, but I have two in this haul. Yeah, it's because the other one I got in gratis. Actually, no, I lied. There's, I think, one more liner that I also got in gratis that's coming up. So this eyeliner is super popular. This sells so much at the store. The Sephora Collection liners and the lip liners are really popular. Next, we have some things from Caudalie. This is something I have already been using. I actually think I might be running out. This is the Caudalie Resveratrol Lift. It is an eye cream. I actually don't always use eye creams. Sometimes I just use regular old moisturizer that doesn't irritate my eyes. But this is specifically an eye cream. It also says you can use this around like the contours of your lips. So I've been doing a little bit of that too. And I really enjoy this. Even though I am on the oilier side, you can never go wrong with a little bit of extra moisturization, especially something like this that's pretty lightweight and so it doesn't sit on top of my skin very heavily. So next item up from Caudalie is the Vino Clean Instant Foaming Cleanser. I am still going through a full size of the Tatcha Rice Wash Cleanser. So originally I wasn't gonna open this, but then my sister saw that I got it in gratis and she asked if she could start using it. So I've also been occasionally using it because we share a bathroom. You know, it's there. So I've also been using it. And I will say it's a foaming cleanser, and I actually didn't realize how much I enjoy foaming cleansers until trying this. And it's got a pretty strong scent. If I had to describe it in any way, it smells like the really fancy soap at your aunt's house. I don't know if that's too specific, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. My sister is quite liking it. I'm glad I cracked this open. So the last thing from Caudalie is the Instant Detox Mask. This is kind of like the one thing from Caudalie I've yet to try that I got from them in Gratis. I'm honestly not really that big of a mask person. I do like the Innisfree pore clearing mask that we actually just got in our store, and I was like super excited because I am currently going through a pot of that and I really enjoy it, but that's kind of the only mask I've ever really been drawn to. So the next two things from First Aid Beauty, this is going to be the last of the stuff I got in my first month of Gratis, and then we'll be moving on to month 2 of Gratis. But this first thing is the Pure Skin Face Cleanser. Again, another cleanser. I'm currently going through my full size of cleanser, so I have not tried this yet. The other thing I got from First Aid Beauty is their Ultra Repair Oat and Hemp Seed Dry Oil. I'm not sure exactly where in my routine I would use this, especially as somebody who's oily. I have always avoided oils just because I've always felt the hydration would just be too intense for my already oily skin. So I think maybe if I were to try this, it would probably be on like my legs and arms. I know I got a face oil in my Ipsy bag one time. I forget from what brand, but on the East Coast, I get a lot drier in the wintertime on my body. And so that was when the oil really came in handy. But living here in California, I don't get that dry in the wintertime. So I think I will probably save this for when I am on the East Coast and I am more in need of that intense hydration. So did I say that was all I got in my first month of Gratis? No, there is one more thing because I was saving it till the end. I figured I'd wear the Becca gloss for as long as possible and then put on this Vice lip stain from Urban Decay. This is in the shade Physique, and the color marker on the bottom makes it look really orange. I haven't tried this before, so I'm a little nervous because orange colors on my lips have always made me look a little weird, but let's give it a go. Okay, I was so wrong. This is so pretty. The texture kind of reminds me of the Romantic lasting water tints, but kind of without that extra like layer of kind of goopy glossy oil. I really like it, both the color and the texture and the finish. It's really nice. So technically, the last thing I got in my first month of Gratis was a mini of the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I'm currently going through a full size of this, so I will probably be saving this. And that's not the only one I got, because I also got 2. In my second month of Gratis, I got a whole bag's worth of Urban Decay stuff. Side note, I really like this bag. It's super cute. I have never been a fan of fanny packs, but if I could turn this into a fanny pack, I would wear it. I only got my second bag of Gratis pretty recently, so most of this stuff I have not tried or I'm going to be trying for the first time on camera. And the first thing I'm going to be trying from this bag of Urban Decay stuff is the 24/7 Glide-On Eyeliner in, I don't know the color, Torch. I've always heard really great things about the Urban Decay liners, particularly from Temptalia and some other kind of like OG beauty YouTubers. But this is the first time I've ever really tried one. Now, I may or may not put this on the eyes depending on what the color looks like. So I'm gonna just swatch it and see what we get. Ooh, it's kind of like a brownish brick red. I don't think I'm gonna apply this on my eyes today because while my eye look is kind of more towards the warmer side, I feel like this color is a little too intense for what I'm going for today. But I can't wait to try this. This looks like a really good like autumn color, so once fall kind of rolls around, I'll probably be using this a lot more. So next up is the Urban Decay Brow Blade. Similar policy to primers and setting sprays. I'm currently finishing up a ABH Brow Wiz, and so as soon as I finish that up, I will probably start on this guy, but it takes me a really long time to go through the ABH Brow Wiz, about like a year, give or take, so I'm not quite sure when I'm gonna start using this. Ha! I knew there was another eyeliner in here. Okay, so next is the Urban Decay Perversion Waterproof Fine Point Eye Pen. Here we go. I kind of don't want to open this. I already have the Sephora Collection eyeliner open along with my Marc Jacobs and KVD Vegan Beauty. I'm pretty sure this is in black, So it's not like the 24/7 eyeliner pencil where it's in a different color. I really only want to keep one eyeliner open at a time, even if it's in different styles, like my Kohl Marc Jacobs versus the liquid liner from Sephora collection. So I'm not sure when I'll be breaking this open, but I will let you know when I do. So the next thing is the Urban Decay Quick Fix Hydra Charge Complexion Prep Priming Spray. I've only started using setting spray recently, and I don't like using setting spray as a finishing step. I like doing that thing where you use setting spray as you're applying foundation. It's just a method that I've found works better for me as opposed to using setting spray as a final step. So I don't know, would I use this in place of like a setting spray? I'm not quite sure. I will figure that out and let you guys know. Okay, so the final thing in the Urban Decay bag is this single shadow in Easy Baked. So here it is. It took a minute to get it out of the packaging. Let me swatch it for you. Seems like a pretty typical champagne shade. Ooh, it's smooth. Ta-da! Ooh, pretty! Obviously, I'm already wearing eyeshadow today, but I could easily see this color got it going with my eye look. So the next little bit of gratis I got is all from Belief, starting with the True Cream Moisturizing Balm. I have used this before. I do like it. I'm very glad I got it in gratis because I get to enjoy it again. I believe the last time I had this, I also got it in a mini size, I believe for some kind of point perk, and I took it on with me to my study abroad to Europe, so it does have that memory attached to it, but I do like the product. The next item is something I haven't used, and it's the Belief Peat Miracle Revival Eye Cream. I'll probably crack this open once I finish up the Caudalie eye cream, but until then, I've never used this, so I can't really give my opinion on it. The next thing we have is the Aqua Bomb Makeup Removing Cleansing Balm. So I'm pretty sure this is one of those like makeup cleansing balms where you just start rubbing it all over your face and your makeup starts melting off your face. Those have been getting really popular recently, and I'm super excited to finally try one of them out because I've never really tried a product like that before. For years, I've been married to my micellar waters. If you watch my empty videos, you'll see at least like 2 bottles of micellar water every empty video, but I'm very excited to be trying something new. Alrighty, the final product from Belief is the Hungarian Water Essence. This is also a product I have not tried, but I love me a good essence, so I can't wait to crack this open. The last thing I got from Belief is not necessarily a product per se, it is a cooling stick. So if I take off the cover, I can just apply it anywhere and be like, ooh, it's cooling. It's kind of got like this metal material. I'm not sure, could you also use this to apply products too? Because I know like the Dior eye cream that we sell in store also kind of has a metal applicator. Like it's much smaller than this, but it's kind of the same material. So it gives this kind of cooling sensation as you apply the product. It's very nice. Alrighty, so for the last thing of like stuff for brands that are kind of grouped together, I've got a bag full of Paula's Choice. The main thing from this bag that I have tried so far is the C15 Super Booster Vitamin C Serum. I decided to just crack this open immediately after I got it just because I know vitamin C tends to deteriorate over time, so I figure I would try to start using this up as soon as possible. I actually am not that big of a fan of the packaging. It's like a separate cap, but there's also a stopper, but it's not like the Dear Claire's vitamin C serum where you can like attach the stopper. See, it doesn't like fit, so you have to, every time you use it, you have to put in the dropper, take it out, and then keep it out to reattach the actual lid to the product. Honestly though, that's really my only complaint about this product so far. I have only just started using it because I was patch testing it for the first 2 weeks I had it, and I really like it so far. It's kind of got this almost kind of like sweet smell. I know a lot of vitamin C serums kind of smell like citrus, but this kind of smells like that bubblegum medicine you would get as a kid. We had the flu. It has a name, but I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, while the scent is slightly fruity, it's mostly just very sweet. So yeah, I put it back in the packaging for presentational purposes, but I've been using this for a little bit now. Okay, so the thing I'm probably most excited from Paula's Choice is the Skin Perfecting 2% BHA Liquid Exfoliant. I've tried similar products to this from K-beauty brands, but this particular product gets raved about both in my store and online, so I am really excited to try this out because it's not like too risky, you know. It's not like a product like I've never tried before, but it's from a brand I've never tried, and it's something I hear so much hype about. So yeah, really excited. So the final thing from Paula's Choice is the niacinamide 20% treatment. Kind of a similar story to the liquid exfoliant. I have definitely tried niacinamide before, but not ever in this high of a concentration. So it'll be interesting to see how my skin responds to this. I'm probably going to do what I've been doing for the vitamin C serum and patch test it on my arm first before I start putting it on my face. But yeah, I'm excited to try this. So okay, let's start getting into my bag for my second month of gratis. I already took out the Living Proof Restore Repair mask because I got 2 of them. I figured I'd just show them at the same time instead of showing them separately. This is the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Strengthening Treatment Oil. On top of having oily skin, I also have very oily scalp. So I've always been hesitant to try hair oils, but I know my salon stylist does use hair oil when she does my hair, so this can't be too bad, right? I can't give my feedback on this product quite yet because, like I said, I haven't tried it, but I do quite like the scent. Like, as soon as I opened the bag, I was like, ooh, what's that smell? And yeah, it's kind of floral, but not like overwhelming floral, like old lady perfume overwhelming. It's like kind of nicely, very subtly florally scented. Alrighty, next in the bag, let me just get the big boy out of the way first. This is a full size of the Drunk Elephant Proteiny Polypeptide Cream. I will say I have tried a mini of this before. That mini was also something I took on my study abroad to Europe, but I am really excited to own a full size of this. The mini size of the Drunk Elephant Proteiny Polypeptide Cream was honestly something like, oh, I'll enjoy it while in a mini, but I could never afford to get the full size. So having the full size in my hand is kind of like a surreal thing for me. I'm currently going through a full size of the Pangyang Cool Moisture Cream. So as soon as I'm done with that, I'll probably crack this guy open. Alrighty, so here's a makeup item. This is the Hoola Glow Bronzer. I've had the Hoola Matte for a couple of years now. I've got a pretty significant dip in the Hoola Matte, but I've never tried the Hoola Glow. Actually, I think the Hoola Matte, other than the Badgal Bang Mascara, is the only product I've tried from Benefit. So yeah, I'm really excited to try the Hoola Glow. Let me, ooh, the brush. It's the brush, and then there's also another plastic thing. Yeah, I've never owned a full size of any of their powder products. My Hoola Matte is in a mini size, I think from my first ever Ipsy bag a few years ago. So yeah, this is crazy to own a full size. So I'm gonna try it on. Like I said, I told you I would have a bronzer, a blush, and a highlighter. Not sure how well you're gonna see it because there's already bronzer and highlighter on top. This is also usually not the order I go in terms of application. I usually do a bronzer, blush, then highlight. I'm almost kind of going backwards today. Ooh, this is darker than I imagined. Maybe it's also because I'm going over top of blush instead of before blush like I usually do. This is just a first impression. I'm not gonna give a final judgment just based on this, especially because I'm not applying it like I normally would. I'm gonna go a little lighter on this cheek. Let's see, maybe. Yeah, I think is this color darker than Hoola Matte? I do not think Hoola Matte is this dark. I do like it as like an underlayer of bronzer. I always like to bronze right under my chin here, even though I know it doesn't really match my neckline. But I just like to give my chin here a little bit of dimension, just make it look a little less chubby. So yeah. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm gonna have to test this out a little more, because I'm not sure how I quite like the result. But like I said, this is not how I normally apply bronzer, so maybe that has something to do with it. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this, because it's almost like kind of just a strip along my face, even after blending it out. Like I said, I will just keep testing this, and if you'd like to know my further thoughts, do let me know. Alrighty, so next product, oh, it has my name on it. This is the Murad Environmental Shield Essential C Cleanser. Again, another cleanser. I'm still going through my full-size cleanser, so I will set this aside to use at a later date. The next item we have is from Tatcha. This is the Serum Stick. I'm curious to try this out because I've never used serum in a stick form. I definitely have used eye products in stick form, specifically the Tony Moly Cooling Eye Stick, but I do really like Tatcha, so I'm curious to see how this will work because I remember distinctly not liking the Tony Moly Cooling Stick. That was like one of the few things that I just threw out really early before even finishing it up because it started to irritate my eyes. Alrighty, the second to last product from the bag, I feel like we're going through a lot here, is the Peter Thomas Roth Water Drench Hyaluronic Cloud Hydrating Eye Gel. In terms of using up these eye creams, I'm probably gonna go in kind of like the order I received them in. So after I do the Caudalie, I'll probably do the Belief, and then after I finish up the Belief, I'll do the Peter Thomas Roth. So look forward to seeing all of those in a future empties video. Now, I said I had one last lip product to try in this video, and it's something I never thought I would ever own. This is a lipstick from Givenchy. It is from their Deep Velvet Le Rouge line. That's why it's got the fuzzy packaging. It almost feels like the lipstick cap is like a carpet. But this is in the shade Grenat Fume. So hopefully I pronounced all that right. I probably didn't. So here's the lipstick. It's kind of this dark burgundy color, which I think for most people is pretty intimidating, but I'm really excited. I love deeper, darker lipsticks, particularly in the fall and winter time, or even sometimes in the summer. Like for my Demon Slayer video, I wore my Sephora collection Lip Stories lipstick, that kind of purple color. And so I am definitely not intimidated by a deep lipstick color. So yeah, I took off the Urban Decay Vice lip stain. It did leave a little bit of a stain on my lips, but this lipstick looks pretty matte. So I have a feeling it's probably just gonna cover it all up. Let me do a swatch for you. Ooh, I already love the color. Okay, so like with most darker lipsticks, it took a bit of fussing around to get the shape right on my lips, but that's more to do with my ability to put, or rather inability to put on lipsticks as opposed to anything against the actual lipstick itself. I super duper love this color, oh my gosh. It's actually not as dark on my lips as I thought. It's a great fall shade. I can really see myself wearing this in fall. In person, it's kind of a autumn dark burgundy red with a slight tint of purple, but on camera the purple in this lipstick is coming out a lot more. But I love the color. I might be able to give some kind of a determination on the wear of this lipstick because after this I am filming another video, but that video is going to be pretty quick, so I'm not quite sure how much longer I'll be wearing this lipstick for. But if you would like any of my further thoughts on all the stuff I covered today, wow, I think this is going to be my longest haul video ever because there was just so much. And let me know, would you prefer more collective hauls, like longer videos like this, or did you prefer the smaller 5-minute mini haul videos? Do let me know, but until then, I will see you next time.